Hey property enthusiasts, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into a topic that sounds innocent enough, but can quickly turn into a financial nightmare if you're not careful: the second charge on your property. Many of you might be familiar with the concept of a first charge. That's your primary mortgage, the big one that allows you to buy your home. But what happens when you decide to take out another loan, secured against the equity in your property? That, my friends, is a second charge, often in the form of a second mortgage or a secured loan. And while it can seem like an attractive way to unlock cash, it comes with a unique set of risks that could leave you losing a lot more than just your equity. Let's break down why this seemingly straightforward financial tool can be a very dangerous game. 1. You're playing second fiddle in a foreclosure. This is the absolute biggest, most critical danger. Imagine your property as a pie. Your first mortgage lender gets the first slice. They have the primary claim on the proceeds if your property is ever sold, especially in a forced sale, foreclosure, repossession. Here's the chilling reality: if you fall behind on either your first mortgage or your second charge payments, both lenders have the right to repossess and sell your home. But when that sale happens, the first charge lender gets paid back in full before the second charge lender sees a single penny. What does this mean for you? Less equity, more risk. If property values dip, or if the sale price isn't enough to cover both loans, you could end up owing money to the second charge lender even after your house is gone. A fire sale scenario: repossessed properties often sell for less than their market value due to the urgency of the sale. This further reduces the chances of the second charge being fully repaid. Personal liability remains. Even if the property is sold and the second charge isn't fully covered, you typically remain personally liable for the remaining debt. They will pursue you for the balance. Think of it like being in a queue for a lifeboat. The first charge is at the front, guaranteed a seat. The second charge is further back, hoping there's still room after the first one is safe. 2. Higher interest rates and fees. The cost of the risk: second charges are inherently riskier for lenders. Why? Because of point number 1, they're second in line for repayment. To compensate for this increased risk, lenders typically charge higher interest rates and often higher arrangement fees compared to a first mortgage. This means more expensive debt, your monthly repayments will be higher, and over the lifetime of the loan, you'll pay significantly more in interest. Erosion of equity. These higher costs eat into the very equity you were trying to leverage, potentially trapping you in a cycle of debt. Hidden costs: be absolutely meticulous about reading the terms and conditions. There can be early repayment charges, valuation fees, and other administrative costs that add up quickly. 3. Stretching yourself too thin. The repayment burden: taking on a second charge often means you now have to significant property secured debts to service every month. If your financial circumstances change, perhaps a job loss, illness, or unexpected expenses, managing these two repayments can quickly become overwhelming. Increased financial pressure. You're essentially doubling your exposure to interest rate rises and economic instability. Domino effect: defaulting on one loan can trigger a default clause in the other, even if you were managing to pay the second one. This can accelerate the entire process towards repossession. Loss of financial flexibility. All your disposable income might be tied up in debt repayments, leaving little room for emergencies or future investments. 4. Limited options for refinancing or selling. Having a second charge can complicate your financial future. Refinancing challenges. If you want to remortgage your first charge, you'll need the agreement of your second charge lender to subordinate their claim, or you might have to pay off the second charge entirely. This can be difficult and expensive. Selling your property. When you sell, both lenders will need to be satisfied that they will be fully repaid from the sale proceeds. This adds another layer of complexity and potential delays to the selling process. 5. It can mask deeper financial problems. Sometimes, people consider a second charge not for investment, but out of desperation, to consolidate other debts, cover unexpected expenses, or simply make ends meet. While this might provide short-term relief, it's often a band-aid over a bullet wound. Ignoring the root cause. If you're using a second charge to clear high-interest credit card debt, for example, but haven't addressed the underlying spending habits, you'll quickly find yourself back in debt, but now with a secured loan looming over your head. Risking your home. Turning unsecured debt into secured debt puts your most valuable asset, your home, directly on the line. So, When might a second charge not be the worst idea? It's important to be balanced. There are specific, limited circumstances where a second charge might be considered, typically by experienced investors with a clear, well-researched strategy. High-yield property investment, if you're using the funds to purchase another property with a guaranteed high rental yield or significant, immediate capital appreciation potential that far outweighs the interest costs. Bridging finance for a quick flip. In very specific, short-term scenarios where you need fast access to capital for a property project with a quick and certain exit strategy. Home improvements with guaranteed ROI. Funding a significant renovation that adds more value than the cost of the loan, and you have a solid plan for repayment. However, these are the exceptions, not the rule, and always come with significant risk. The takeaway: exercise extreme caution. A second charge can feel like a quick fix, a way to unlock the dormant wealth in your home. But for the vast majority of homeowners, the risks far outweigh the potential benefits. You're effectively putting your home in a much more vulnerable position, playing a high-stakes game where the rules are stacked against you if things go wrong. Before you even think about taking out a second charge, do this: seek independent financial advice. Seriously. Talk to a qualified mortgage advisor or financial planner who isn't trying to sell you a product. Exhaust all other options. Are there other, less risky ways to achieve your financial goals? Understand the worst-case scenario. What happens if property values fall? What if you lose your job? Read the small print. Every single clause, every fee, every interest rate adjustment. Your home is your sanctuary, your biggest asset. Don't gamble with it unnecessarily. What are your thoughts on second charges? Have you had any experiences, good or bad? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe for more property insights, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next upload. Until next time, happy and safe investing. Optional image ideas for the video: article to break up text, visual metaphor. An image of a house with two large chains are on it. One thicker and higher first charge, the other thinner and lower second charge, perhaps with a precarious balance. Graph, a simple graph showing how interest payments can stack up with a second charge versus other debt. Emergency fund versus debt. Visual, to piggy banks, one overflowing with cash, the other nearly empty with bills spilling out. Foreclosure sign is subtle, non-distressing image of a for sale sign that looks like it's been quickly put up. Pensive homeowner, a person looking stressed while looking at financial documents.